Florida rapper YNW Melly case takes a turn after this. Florida rapper YNW Melly has been in prison since February of this year after being accused of some horrifying allegations that he had been involved in the death of two of his good friends. Melly had received 1 billion music streams this year alone, and his career appeared very promising. However, it was put on pause when he got arrested. The criminal charges Melly was facing left him looking at life in prison or potentially the death sentence if proven guilty. But why would YNW Melly take the lives of his own two friends? The motive behind these homicides is unknown, but Melly is serving at Broward County Jail on 2 charges of first-degree homicide. Despite the evidence that has been found against him, his legal team may have found some information that could completely change Melly's case. His mom has also updated fans just days ago, hinting that Melly will be home in 2020. This has been one of the most bizarre cases that the hip-hop community has seen. However, Melly is technically innocent until proven guilty. Be sure to watch the entire video as we reveal the latest updates with Melly's legal situation and why his case may have taken a turn in Melly's favor. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment the keywords Free Melly below to enter a chance of winning in our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Now let's get started. YNW's mom gives an update. Things weren't looking so good for the 20-year-old Florida rapper after the crime scene photos were just released in November of 2019. These images showed the bullet-riddled Jeep that Melly and his 3 fellow YNW members were transporting in. YNW Melly and his best friend YNW Portland were still alive and had claimed they were involved in a drive-by shooting that had left their friends YNW Sackchaser and YNW Jervy dead. The incident that occurred on October 26th of 2018 and Melly and Portland were free until police had enough evidence to put them under arrest, which occurred in February of 2019. Law enforcement had found evidence against the 2 rappers suggesting they were the ones that had fired the weapons at Sackchaser and Jervy, leaving them dead. Things weren't looking so good for Melly or Portland, however, since their arrest. YNW Melly hadn't seemed too worried about this situation. He remained confident, as if he knew he would be released soon despite looking at the worst possible sentencing. It helps that many people believe Melly is innocent despite the evidence, and there is really no intent or reason why he would want to take the lives of his good friends and fellow YNW members. YNW Melly's mother, Jamie King, had posted it on Instagram to update fans on her son's legal situation, and the more recent posts have displayed the year 2020 in the captions, which hints that her son will be released just next year. On December 7th, Jamie posted an image of Melly in Portland in his visitation center and had titled it, "The wait is almost over. #free to guys. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. #2020 takeover." Melly's music was on the rise, and he was gaining some serious fame before he turned himself in. If he gets released next year, there is no question that he will take over the game, especially in the Florida rap scene. She had just posted again just days ago on December 20th. This time, it was an image of her and Melly on a video call. Her hashtag on this post included #FreeMelly, #FreePort, and most importantly, the hashtag They Comin' Home.
Listen, Melly is fine. I just talked to him this morning. He has not been injured whatsoever. He's fine. He's in great spirits, and he'll be home soon.
Melly's mother, like any mother, has been on top of her son's court case and has been working closely with Melly's legal team, and it appears as if she knows something that we don't in regards to her son's case. They have hired the best legal team that money can buy, and their lawyers have worked with other rappers before that have faced similar legal troubles. Not guilty. Jamel Maurice Demons, better known as YNW Melly, had pleaded not guilty in March of 2019 and claimed he was not capable of performing such horrendous acts, especially against his own friends. When he was arrested in February, he had ended up turning himself in to authorities to show that he had nothing to hide and that he just wanted to comply with law enforcement. Hours before turning himself in, he posted a picture on Instagram, posted up in YNW Sackchaser, Jervy, and Portland, and titled it, "To all my fans and supporters, no, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. I want you guys to know I love you and appreciate every single one of y'all. A couple of months ago, I lost my 2 brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me and my brother at YNW.Portland. And we want y'all to remember it's a YNW family. I love you, at YNW Sackchaser1 and at YNW Jervy." Melly claims the system just wants to put the blame on someone, and that he was the one who got the short end of the stick. He believed that turning himself in would help him get bail during his court hearing. But so far, his legal team had no luck in getting Melly's bail approved. The evidence had shown that Melly and Portland had staged the crime scene vehicle to appear as if it was hit in a drive-by shooting. This made it difficult for the judge to grant bail. However, during the next court hearing, Melly's legal team believes that he will have more success in convincing the judge to grant the 20-year-old bail so that he can be released. They are going to stress the fact that Melly voluntarily turned himself in and has been complying with police since his arrest. They can argue that there was no clear motive for the alleged crimes and that it is unfair to keep Melly incarcerated when there isn't any clear reason why he would take the lives of his own two friends. Melly has a promising music career, and his legal team has been working relentlessly to get him released so he can get back to doing what he loves. If Melly could get back to the studio, then this would likely keep him out of trouble. On July 11th, the rapper had shared a video of himself smiling in a courtroom with the title, "I'll be home soon. I'm smiling because God is with me." Melly was in good spirits despite being locked up for almost a year now. He seems as if he knows that he will get justice and that his lawyers will be able to prove that he did not take the lives of his two friends. What we know about the case. YNW Melly was sitting in the rear driver's seat. YNW Portland was in the driver's seat. YNW Jervy was sitting in the passenger seat, and YNW Sack Chaser was sitting in the rear passenger seat. They were all driving in Portland's Jeep Compass on October 26th when the shooting had taken place. Portland and Melly remained untouched. However, Jervy and Sack Chaser had lost their lives during the altercation. Melly and Portland had allegedly driven around with their two dead friends for hours before bringing them to the hospital. And this is when they came up with a plan to claim that they were in a drive-by shooting and even staged the vehicle to really look like they were shot up. There were no firearms found in the vehicle, so if Melly did fire the weapon, then he got rid of it. However, investigators did find one bullet shell casing behind the driver's seat that brought up a lot of suspicions. The whole thing happened late at night, and law enforcement had exact GPS locations on the YNW members after pulling cell phone records. Apparently, Melly and Portland's story didn't fully match up to the locations that appeared on the location history, which also didn't help in their serious legal battles. Trajectory reports from the investigation had shown that some bullets were likely fired from inside of the vehicle, which helped the theory that Melly was the gunman and had shot his friends from inside of the vehicle. Investigators believe that they later shot additional rounds into the vehicle to make it appear as if it had been in a drive-by shooting, and allegedly got rid of the firearm used in the crazy fiasco. YNW Melly was only 20 years old and seemed to be very close to his fellow YNW members. Did he really have it in him to take the lives of his own best friends? Or did cops set him up just to find a suspect in this horrific homicide case? He did post on Instagram before he was locked up, saying that he was innocent and really seemed to be sticking to his word on this, so maybe he did have nothing to hide. Melly's music and future. YNW Melly had just released his second project of 2019, which was called Melly vs. Melvin, which ended up doing pretty good on the streaming charts. He had released his album in November of this year despite being behind bars, and throughout 2019 alone, he had managed to rack up 1 billion music streams. This was a pretty impressive amount of streams for Melly, given that he has only been in the game officially for less than 2 years now. His career was boosted drastically after releasing his hit song Mixed Personalities with music legend Kanye West. This song was huge for the rapper as he got an extremely impressive feature. Their music video was directed by Chicago director Cole Bennett and had since gone viral on YouTube and social media. Kanye was a music giant, and to have collaborated with Melly had shown that Melly did have a heavy talent and was unique enough to attract someone like Kanye to collaborate with him. Surprisingly, this wasn't Melly's most streamed song. His most streamed song talked about how he had a homicide on his mind, and he released this song originally in 2017, but it has since spiked in numbers after he has been accused of the deaths of his two friends. His expression of homicide in his music and the allegations of him shooting his friends seemed closely related, which drove a lot of people to listen to his music and hear his story. Melly has racked up hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, and it is easy to say that he has built up a pretty serious fan base by now. He has a very unique sound, which sounds different from most Broward and Florida-based rappers. Melly was going places with his music despite being such a young age. He also tried to put his friends on and created the YNW crew with his childhood friends. It was hard to believe that he would shoot two of his fellow YNW members and friends, but prosecutors are claiming they have enough evidence to try and get Melly a life sentence in prison. However, Melly swears by his innocence, and his fans, family, and legal team stands firmly behind him. How do you feel about the allegations made against Melly? Is the evidence true that he really did shoot at Sack Chaser and Jervy? Or were cops covering something up and trying to put the blame on him? Let us know your take on the situation in the comments below. Also, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment the keywords Free Melly below to enter a chance of winning on our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Thanks for tuning in to Lime Report. We will see you on the next one.